Hello, this is Rick Saltrielli with Salty Breeze Cruise Planners with this week's segment of Beyond Your Front Door. Today, I have a special guest with me. I have Ryan, who is a business development manager with MSC Cruises. Ryan, welcome to this week's segment. How are you today?
Great, Rick. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Well, I really wanted to get you on our segment because you are with a company that not everybody has heard about, and that is MSC Cruises. So maybe you could start by telling us who MSC really is.
Sure, absolutely. For those who don't know, MSC stands for Mediterranean Shipping Company. We are a privately owned company. Not many people know that. We are owned by the Aponte family, an Italian family. And MSC has been in the seafaring business for about 300 years. The Pontes were shipping cargo and freight around the Mediterranean and Northern Europe. And in 1970, MSC was formed. In 1988, the Apontes bought Lauro Cruises, an Italian cruise line. And then in about 2003, they started building their own ships with the Lyrica coming out as the first one. We have 17 ships right now, and we are building probably about 8 more. We want to have 25 by 2027.
Wow, that is pretty incredible. And how long have you been with MSC?
So I've been with MSC going on 3 years, and I actually started in the call center. I've always been in the travel and hospitality business. I worked in hotels for Starwood Hotels and Resorts. I've also worked in the public sector for the state of Florida. So I've always worked in the field of helping people, working with people. I love working with the public, whether it's the private or the public sector.
And to put that in perspective, MSC has not been in North America that long. So actually, you have been there for quite a good length of time, considering how long they have had a presence in North America.
Correct. So we have been in North America for just under 6 years. We had the Preziosa here part of the year, and then we introduced the Divina to year-round in Miami. But originally, she was only here for part of the year as well. So just in the last few years, we've gone from 1 ship to 4. So we are the fastest growing cruise line. We've grown 800% since 2004. So we're very excited about that.
And so you told us you were in the hospitality industry and you started at the call center. What drew you to MSC or maybe even to the travel industry itself in the first place?
Well, to be honest, a friend of mine worked for MSC Cruises. He loved it so much. He loved the company. He loved that it was privately owned. He loved the Italian influence. We are a European Swiss-based company. And it was a new brand, and he was excited about the family business and how the employees were treated. So he had a lot of positive things to say. I had been in the hospitality business. Sometimes when there was an economic downturn, I was forced to look elsewhere. So I would either, always wanted to work with the public. And so at the right time, I interviewed with MSC, and that was approximately going on 3 years in October.
Well, congratulations. And you mentioned a very big word in that last answer. You mentioned the word family. And MSC is very big. Not only are they family owned, but their cruise ships are built and their itineraries are built and their activities on board their ships are really built around families, aren't they?
Absolutely. So we are very proud of our kids club. Our kids club caters to children of all ages, and so it's not a cookie cutter, type of program. So each area is curtailed to that age group, of course, and they have all kinds of fun activities and discoveries and mysteries on the cruise. What's nice and unique about it is that kids can have as much independence or as with their parents as they want or not want. So if parents want to eat with their children for dinner, they can have an appetizer, and then the kids can move on and do what they want to do while the parents continue eating their dinner. So there's as much involvement together with the family or apart as you want to make it.
Sure. And so just to switch gears a little bit, because we are talking about travel, do you have a favorite destination?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that one. I grew up in Fort Lauderdale. My family moved there in the early 70s. I was very young. And we discovered Grand Cayman simply because it was close. It was not really well known. You could travel there round trip for probably $60, $80. And so we discovered Grand Cayman. We loved it. What I like about it is, and especially for cruise passengers, is that when you arrive in Grand Cayman, you can walk into the city and just have everything right there. You don't have to take a cab anywhere. All the restaurants, all the shopping, and everything is right there. And then if you want, you can take a cab or an Uber or Lyft down 7 Mile Beach, where the beaches are very pristine. The sand is very white, powdery, so it's cool to the feet. The water is crystal clear. So that's always been a real passion of mine. And like I said, I just love the location to where it sits, and it's one of our ports. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, and it's certainly a destination that has something for everybody. And let's just go back to MSC as a company. Again, because a lot of people have not heard or have tried. What is something about MSC that most first-time cruisers would be very interested to know about?
Yeah. So what sets us apart is that we're an internationally based company and we have international passengers. So when you go on an MSC cruise, you're going to meet people from all over the world, which is really nice. You could be sitting with people who are from France or Germany or South America, and really grow friendships with people around the world. And a lot of our passenger kids remain friends, and they learn each other's language, and so that's nice. A lot of our shows are, well, we want to make sure that we are able to understand, and so there's no language barrier. Our shows are based on music and dance, which transcribe all languages. So that's nice. We partner with Cirque du Soleil on some of our ships, and so that's nice. The food obviously takes an Italian and European influence, but we try to curtail, depending on what port we're at, the food at that port. So it could be Caribbean fare, it could be European fare, wherever you're at.
Sure, and we're big fans of the entertainment on MSC. I often describe it to people as maybe a combination of Cirque du Soleil and vaudeville. So some
Yeah,
larger shows are maybe 8 to 10 segments, smaller segments, but you can understand everything that's going on and of any age. So even children can understand what's going on the stage and they can be mesmerized by it. So I
absolutely.
entertainment is some of the best entertainment that's available.
It really is. We're really proud, and we've won awards for our entertainment. So we have Las Vegas style shows, Broadway style shows, comedy shows later at night for adults. So we have something for everybody.
Sure. And what would you suggest to a first-time cruiser, somebody that's never been on a cruise ship before? What is one or two tips that you would give to a first-time cruiser?
Well, I would just be open to all the sights and sounds. You're going to meet a lot of people. You're going to hear different languages. You're going to hear announcements in different languages. Also, know that if you order an entree and you want to try something else, you can try something else. You can ask for a second entree. Many first-time passengers may not know that you will have to report to a muster station for security purposes, which every cruise line does, just so you know in case of an emergency where you would want to go. But just know that you'll meet a lot of people, and just to relax and have a good time. There's a lot of shows, a lot of interesting things for people to do. Really, really good times, and just go with it and enjoy yourself and enjoy. You can be at times, if you don't want to be, among all the activities, you don't have to be. We have quiet areas of the ship. The seaside, for example, out of Miami has the most square footage outside of any ship, so that's really nice.
Yeah, we like to share with people you can do it all or do nothing at all. So,
Exactly. Hmm.
and I'm going to finish up with one last question, although we're both in travel. If you were not in travel now, what do you think you might be doing?
Well, I love working with the public. I've known from a very young age, and I like helping people. Giving back really makes me feel fulfilled and gives me that confidence. If I wasn't, I would probably be working with the public to help people, maybe back in the public sector, working with children and families with disabilities. I used to work with children and adult children of people with developmental disabilities. So that might be something that I would still enjoy doing.
Oh, that's very good. Well, we'd hope that you have a long career in travel, but if something ever happened, you certainly have another passion you'd be able to fall back on.
Exactly. Thank you, Rick. Thank you.
So I want to close off. This is Rick Saltarelli with Salty Breeze Cruise Planners, and this is this week's segment of Beyond Your Front Door. Thanks very much for being with us today, Ryan.
Thank you, Rick. You have a great day.
Thank you.